Good morning, ninth class. I am sure you are doing all the questions that are given to you, and you are also enjoying these classes. Um, as you know, we are doing chapter number one, number system, and now after visualization, a very important topic is coming up, and this topic is actually about radical sign or surds. So, what is a radical sign? This fruit sign, as you know, is called a radical sign. Okay. So there are two types of radical sign that we are going to study: mixed and pure. So what is a mixed radical and what is a pure radical? So suppose we are and these are also sometimes known as surds, surds, and radicals is radicals, radicals. So there are two types of surds or radicals, and one is mixed, another is pure. Okay, so what is a mixed surd? Like 2 root 5. One number is outside radical sign, another is inside. This is called mixed. Pure is if I just try to bring everything inside. So maybe root of 20, right? So this is mixed and this is pure. Everything is inside. Nothing is outside the root radical sign. That is known as, and what is the radical sign? This sign is called radical sign. So if everything is inside the radical sign, it is called a pure surd. Now we can convert a pure surd into a mixed surd. This is very important by using a very simple technique that you have learned in lower classes. That is prime factorization. 20. Suppose you have got 20. So take the prime factors 2, 10, 2, 5, 5, 1. And now just like suppose root of 20 is there, you have learned in square root method that if there is a pair, you can take one pair out. So 2 into 2 into 5. This you can take out, so you get 2. 2 comes out and root 5 inside. This is now become what? A mixed surd, and this root 20 is pure surd. So this way you should know what is a mixed surd and what is a pure surd. Now you have to understand how to add two radical sign, how to subtract two radical sign, how to multiply two radical sign. So this is very important. So just like algebra, you have like and unlike here. Like radicals and unlike radicals. Okay. What are like radicals? If the same root sign is there and the number inside the root is same, like root 2, 2 root 2, 3 root 2, these are called like terms. What is unlike? Root 2 and if a different root 3, root 5, these are unlike. Even if there is a number here like 2, 2 and root 2 are unlike. So in root 2, 2 root 2, 3 root 2, these are like. What are unlike? Root 2, root 3, root 5, 2, these are unlike. So you should know what are like terms and what are unlike terms. And now the most important rule, just like algebra, like terms can be added but unlike terms cannot be added or subtracted. So what I'm saying is, you know, we'll just like terms we have x, 2x, 3x, remember? So you can add them, x plus 2x, all of you know it is equal to 3x. Similarly, suppose it is root 2 plus 2 root 2. Okay, so root 2 is taken as x here. So root 2 plus root 2, we can take root 2 common. 1 plus 2, 3. So this is 3 root 2. And after once you master this technique, then you have to understand it like this. It is 1 root 2 plus 2 root 2. What is 1 root 2 plus 2 root 2? 3 root 2. What is, so this is 1 root 2 plus 2 root 2. So this is 3 root 2. This is how you add only the like terms. But also remember, when you cannot add x and y, x plus y is equal to x plus y, no change. This you know. So somebody says what is root 2 plus root 3, you will say it is root 2 plus root 3, no change. What is root 2 minus root 3, you will write root 2 minus root 3, no change. So these are taken as x and y, these are unlike terms, cannot be added. Okay, sometimes to add them you will have to convert this into a mixed term. For example, root 2 plus root 18. So you will have to check whether this can be added or not. Now of course they are looking like unlike, but first you will have to check the prime factors of 18. So the prime factors of 18 is what? 2, 9, 3, 3, 3, 1. So we can take 1 3 out. So root 2 plus 3 root 2. This is 3 root 2 because 3 is out and root 2 remains inside. So root 2 plus 3 root 2. This 1 root 2, 3 root 2. It's just like x plus 3x. x plus 3x is 4x. Therefore, this is 4 root 2. So the answer for this question, root 2 plus root 18 is 4 root 2. Okay. So this is how you have to look whether the terms are like or unlike. If they are looking like unlike, can you make them like by taking mixed fraction, mixed radicals? If no, don't do anything. Just leave as it is. Okay. So these are the rules for adding. Suppose somebody is asking you root 2 plus root 128. Again, you will have to check what are the prime factors of 128. So prime factors of 128 is 2, 64, 2, 232, 2, 16, 2, 8, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1. So what are they? 1, 2 and 3. So and this 2 will remain inside. So we can write root 2 plus 2 is come out, 2 is come out, 2 is come out 3 times, and root 2 remains inside. Root 2 plus 8 root 2. Now what is root 2 plus 8 root 2? 9 root 2. Okay, just like what is x plus 8x? What is x plus 8x? Somebody asks you what is x plus 8x? You write 9x. Similarly, what is root 2 plus 8 root 2? 9 root 2. So this is how you solve. Okay, solve the simple questions based on addition and subtraction. How will you multiply? You will multiply, and now just like multiplication, we just multiply x and y as xy, and similarly if root 2 is multiplied by root 3, we can multiply them. So we can write root of 2 into 3, we can write root 6. This is allowed, but remember root 2 plus root 3 is equal to root 2 plus 3 is equal to root 5. This is wrong. This is not allowed. This is allowed. Multiplication is allowed. In multiplication, you can take 2 and 3 inside by laws of exponents. That also we'll see here. But in addition or subtraction, root 2 minus root, somebody says root 2 minus root 3, root 2 minus 3, not allowed. Wrong. Okay. So, and in divide also you can divide, just like you can take root inside, the number inside the root. But let's see how to do the division. Suppose somebody says what is root 12 divided by root 3. You can write this as root 12 upon 3, that is root 4, that is root 2. This is allowed. Okay, but somebody is asking root 2 minus root 3 is equal to, or root 12 minus root 3 is equal to 12 minus 3 is equal to root 9 is equal to 3. This is wrong. This is wrong and this is correct. Okay, so you should know what is correct. Multiply and divide, you can take the root number inside the root, but in addition and subtraction you cannot take the number inside the root directly. So there are certain algebraic identities which you have learned in lower classes, because this is basically algebra of radical sign now. So you know what is a plus b whole square. All of you know this? Yes, very good. A square plus 2ab plus b square. Similarly, all of you know a minus b whole square. A minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. And the most important one which is used maximum is a plus b, a minus b. Okay, is equal to a square minus b square. So this is the most important one. For example, somebody says what is root 3 plus root 2 multiplied by root 3 minus root 2. So you can directly apply this identity. Root 3 plus root 2, root 3 minus root 2 is equal to root 3 whole square minus root 2 whole square. Now this is very important. Whole square means root 3 into root 3. Now what is root 3 into root 3? Let us see. Root 3 into root 3 is equal to root 3 into 3 is equal to root 9 is equal to 3. This is 3. What is root 2 into root 2? Root 2 into root 2 is equal to root 2 into 2. That is root 4. Root 4 is 2. So this is 2. And the most important part. So now you can subtract 3 minus 2 because they are just numbers. Numbers can be subtracted. So this is 1. So we have just made use of a plus b and a minus b in order to solve root 3 plus 2 and root 3 minus root 2. Okay. So I'll do one more operation and then we'll call this operation as a rationalization operation, a very important one. So just pay attention. Suppose somebody asks you what is root 3 minus root 2. 1 upon root 3 minus root 2. This process you will study in detail. So just pay attention this step and then we'll move the next topic. But first pay attention. Suppose if I multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number. See, now somebody is saying half. I can multiply this by 2 into 2. 2 in the numerator and 2 in the denominator. So it will become 2 upon 4. This is also half. I can multiply by 3. So this 3 upon 6. This is also half. So this is what I am doing here. I am just multiplying by root 3 plus root 2 in the numerator and the denominator. So what will I get? I get root 3 plus root 2 in the numerator, and this I have just solved. A minus b, a plus b is equal to a square minus b square using identity. Okay. So root 3 plus root 2 upon 3 minus 2. So root 3 plus root 2 upon 1. Now see, 1 we can neglect or just leave it as it is. So the answer is root 3 plus root 2 upon 1. Now see what is there in the initial beginning. The root sign was in denominator, and afterward the root sign has come into numerator. So 1 upon root 3 minus root 2 is equal to root 3 plus root 2. This process we will call as rationalization, and this is what we are going to study in detail. This process is called rationalization, and this is what we are going to study in detail in the next class. So till now you have to revise this topic thoroughly so that you understand each and everything being told here. Try to view this lecture again, rewind it, repeat it, okay, write it in your notebook, and try to solve the next exercise based on this, which I'll give you just as for the trying thing, and then I'll be solving all the questions here, but you should first try it, and this rationalization we'll do in detail, so you can leave the questions on rationalization. Okay, see you in the next class.